I'm Jeanette White for Piper's Quilts and Comforts, and today we're going to be finishing our tutorial on this darling little quilt that's all crocheted together. I profusely apologize for how abruptly our last one ended, but our computer skills aren't quite as good as our quilting and knitting skills are. Anyway, where we left off was in putting the little whip stitch to put these together, and I wanted you to see how nice and flat and professional this looks right along here, and it's the same on both sides. So it's really a nice way of putting these blocks together. Now once you get all of your blocks put together, and really the best way to do that is to do them in pairs. So you put 1 and 2 together, and then 3 and 4 together, and 5 and 6 together, and then bring those pairs together to make your row of 6, and you'll have 6 rows of 6. Then you'll use exactly the same stitch to put your rows together. Once you've got that done, and that's really pretty quick, then the last thing you have to do is the little scalloped edge on the outside here, and that's really fun to do. You're going to use a slightly larger crochet hook for that, and we have those available here at the store. I love this one that has a handle on it because it stops your hand from cramping up. So you're going to go under the same 2 little pieces of yarn that you did when you were stitching it together. Again, leave a long enough tail that you can weave it in, only we're not going to weave this in. We're going to do the crochet stitch right over our beginning tail so that we don't have to go back and weave in. So I wrapped my yarn around and pulled it through, and then I'm going to do 1 chain stitch, and that's wrapping your yarn from back to front and then pulling it through. And you'll only do that once at the very beginning. Then we're going to do 5 double crochets in this very same space. We're not going to advance on. So to do a double crochet, you're going to wrap the yarn from back to front, go down into the same hole, grab your yarn, bring it up, and then you're going to wrap it around again and go under 2 stitches on your hook. You'll have 2 left, wrap it around and go under those 2. And that's a double crochet. Let's do it again. You're going to be doing 5 double crochets in this same space. So we've done 1, here's 2, here's 3, here's 4, and here's our final one, number 5. And you can see here, all of those are in that very same space right there. Now I'm going to skip the next stitch, which is right here, and then I'm going to go into the next stitch, and I'm going to do just a single crochet, and I'm going to just grab my yarn, pull it through. I'll have 2 stitches on my hook, wrap it around, and go under both of those stitches at the same time. Now I'm going to skip a stitch. So you can see here, let me use this hook to point. I'm in this stitch right here. I'm going to skip this one right here, and I'm going to go into this next one right here, and I'm going to do 5 double crochets again. All of these instructions are in the kit. So if you get a little bit stuck, don't hesitate to refer back to that. To keep this looking really pretty, please keep it loose. When your work gets tight, it's hard to do. It's hard on your hands, and it never really looks quite as nice as when it's done real loose. So I'm on number 4 now. Here's number 5. On my 5 double crochets in the same space right here. Now I'm going to skip a stitch. I'm skipping this one right here, and I'm going to do a single crochet in that stitch. So you're just alternating between 5 single crochets in the same spot, then skip a stitch, single crochet, skip a stitch, 5 double crochets. So we are going to wrap our yarn around. We're going to skip this stitch right here and go down into this one right here and start the 5 double crochets again. This is really easy and fun to do. When you get to the corners, you may want to space the skips between stitches. In other words, you may want to not skip a stitch or skip 2 stitches so that you can place your scallops evenly on the corners here. And if you need to fudge that a little bit, it's perfectly okay, and it'll look beautiful when it's done. All of the things I've used here today are available through Piper's Quilts and Comforts, and we have a kit that's available for you in a couple of different colorways. This has been really popular, so if you like it, do it soon. See you soon. This was fun.